What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Ow2 Paladin, coming at you with a quick video because I have been I've been pretty much working the entire weekend and then all the time, pretty much all weekend from Friday up until today, and I have another shift in like roughly 1.5 hours, 1 hour and 20 minutes. So I got to get ready for that in a bit. But I wanted to do kind of like a speed thing because I haven't made a video in a bit, and you guys need to be caught up, and I need to be making content so YouTube doesn't be like, "Oh, you missed out on some stuff." Like, no, I don't need that under my belt. I don't need that there. So, Year of the Dragon seasonal event is coming up. So starting to January 30th. Mischief and Magic Prop Hunt game mode returns in the Lijiang Night Market map. New props for Rogue Kiriko to transform into. So I haven't looked at the specifics. I gave a rough overview while I was actually out with my wife trying to figure out if I'm having a daughter or a son. So we had a nice little run on that one. We haven't been able to determine it, but we're leaning more towards a girl. So I may have another daughter on the way. We're going to figure that out in another month. So that's under my belt. Let's quickly take a look at the updates, because I've already seen like 3 different thumbnails right now on my channel, on my front page, excuse me. So let's have a look. Tank hero updates. So starting with Mauga, we already knew he was getting Giga nerfed essentially, and I say Giga nerfed very loosely. So base health increased to 300 and his armor decreased to 200. That's a good balance. Basically weakens him, makes him a little bit more susceptible to regular damage. That's good. Doesn't overly weaken him, so he's still decent. Incendiary and volatile chain guns, the ammo decreased by 50. Also another good change. It still keeps him viable without totally nerfing him into the ground. Cardiac overdrive, life steal decreased to 60. Yeah, he was almost impossible to kill at that point. And the cooldown increased by 2 seconds, so they brought it back into balance. It still seems pretty fair. I think they probably could have gone a little further with the lifesteal, maybe 55 to 50%. Cage fight no longer grants... Oh my god, the one thing that they needed to do with that ultimate, and they didn't do it. No longer grants infinite ammo, and it still reloads Mauga's chain guns at the start of the ultimate. They need to set it so that it disappears when he dies. That would be, honestly, the best balance change for his cage fight. But you know what? No longer granting infinite ammo? Probably a good start. Berserker, overhealth conversion rate decreased to... Okay, so maybe, because the Berserker is probably still kicking in alongside Cardiac Overdrive, so you know what? That probably works. Let's give that a chance and see. Orisa, Augmented Fusion Driver, her regular primary fire, removed fall-off damage penalty. Oh my god. And you guys complained about hit scan range. Look at this crap. I know that's a conversation for another video. We'll discuss that another time. I'm way too tired and I need to get ready, so no time to argue. Fortified. Now immune to taking forced critical hit damage, in essence to Mauga, so it's an extended nerf to Mauga, indirect nerf rather. Fortify already prevents direct critical damage from headshots. Oh my god. She didn't need that. She didn't need that. Moving on. Roadhog, take a breather. Total amount of heals reduced by 50%, or 50 points, excuse me. And then a cooldown between usage is now 1 to 1.5 seconds, or rather 1.5 seconds. I mean, it hasn't been that bad. I don't know why they would just do that little micro nerf. I mean, he still is an oppressive tank, let's be 100% honest, but was that the part of his kit that needed it? I don't know. I haven't been able to get my head on straight for this game this entire time, so let's just go on through. Okay. Sojourn, Railgun, gradual energy no longer decays below 25%. I assume that means that when the decay rate is the thing that brings it down, that's what comes up. So it'll stop at 25%. I'm going to bring that into the practice range, because now I'm skeptical. Does that mean that she could no longer hit 0%? Because that's a little weird. That would be a very major buff for, like, no reason. Sombra. Okay, so this is one of the ones I read that I couldn't actually make heads or tails of. I had no idea what they were talking about. So stealth, let's bring this down a little bit more. Grace period where stealth can be canceled immediately after entering it, increased. Grace period. Okay, so it's kind of a buff, basically saying... No, that's actually... Hold on, is that a buff or... Wait, grace period where stealth can be canceled immediately after entering it. That's a nerf. It can be a buff in certain instances, but I think that's a nerf, because now she's kind of stuck in the animation of going into stealth, and then 0.75 seconds instead of 0.5 out of stealth. Let's continue reading. Cooldown now pauses at 1 second while capturing or... Huh. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. They help her with that, but they keep her out of stealth, which is good. Cooldown now pauses at 1 second while capturing or contesting objectives from 1.5 seconds. In other words, she can now contest and stay out of stealth so she can do her job, which is a benefit to those in team play, but also a benefit to the enemy that she's no longer a stealthy piece of crap. Cooldown on respawning decreased from 1.5 to 1 second. Oh, in other words, basically when she respawns, it's 1 second until she stealths. That's kind of good. Ana support, Biotic Grenade. Effect duration reduced from 3.5 to 3 seconds. I saw that on a Twitter post for this one saying that Ana didn't need a nerf. This isn't a bad nerf. Like, 3.5 to 3 seconds. It could be worse, I understand. But she is theoretically still one of the most picked support heroes. I think that it's fair to say she probably deserves to be toned down a tad for how much power she provides. You gotta really think about what it is that she's providing. Do I agree she needs nerfs? Not 100%. She still needs to be viable, but I do understand where they're coming from. Ilari, Solar Rifle, primary fire charge gain is no longer paused by Oh. Good! That was not a thing? I never noticed. Ammo increased from 14 to 16. Good. 2 extra shots in. I gave her some gameplay and I realized that she wasn't actually that bad of a hero, but she was definitely fun to play. She's not overpowered, so that definitely helps out her kit and gives her the quality of life. Captive Sun, her ultimate, now fully refills secondary fire resource and resets overheated status, and then removed the damage fall-off penalty from Sunstruck Explosion. So, already awesome on the first one, and then removed the damage fall-off penalty. I'm confused as to what that means, but I guess we'll just have to see it. Someone's going to have to probably explain that one to me, because I'm not getting what they mean by a damage fall-off penalty. For her ultimate, I don't think she had one. Or at least I didn't think she did. I don't know. Yep. Then we go into bug fixes after Lifeweaver. So Lifeweaver I don't really care about 100%, but his projectile speeding was increased to 80 meters per second for his secondary but primary fire, his main method of dealing damage, and his pedal platform no longer pierced by piercing projectiles. There was piercing projectiles? I can't think of anything right now. I might just be very tired, but let's continue on and finish this up. Because again, I have to get going soon. So, bug fixes in general. They fixed a bug that caused the endorsement level to appear incorrectly in custom games. Fixed the volume... I didn't know about that one. Increased the volume and clarity of ultimate voiceover lines. Yeah, I think that was necessary. There's always something to fix with the volume, so I think that's a necessary change. I didn't notice it too much, but I have noticed it was hard from time to time to, like... Yeah, no, it's kind of good. Fixed missing multi-kill voiceovers from activating when criteria is met. Okay, I never noticed that bug. Fixed the rugby practice challenge not progressing. I had one about a challenge not progressing on the story mode, but we'll get to that in a bit. Fixed a bug where spectating that caused the camera to become stuck on two members. Yeah, I noticed that one. That one was kind of pissing me off on a previous recording I made. Fixed an issue that prevented the hero limit option from saving after being modified in custom game options. I never noticed that one yet. Fixed an issue with reticle options where dot size and outline thickness could change, or would change, the reticle appearance even if their opacity was set at 0. I'll have a look into that one. It sounds pretty straightforward, and I don't think it's anything fancy. Fixed a crash related to viewing replays. I don't think I've had that issue. I'm trying to remember. My computer's on my left, so I was thinking about a video that I had to make, and I kind of recorded it. Fixed a bug that prevented you from being able to manually enter the value of a maximum queue delay in Streamer Protect settings. Okay, I don't know about that one. I don't use those, but... Hero bugs. Fixed a bug that allowed abilities with shockwaves to hit targets on a floor below. I guess if there was like a multi-level area, yeah. Bastion fixed an issue with his hitbox becoming desynchronized while in assault mode. Yeah, that's a pretty good fix. I agree. Doomfist fixed a bug with Rocket Punch that would cause targets of the punch to potentially lose their walking animation. Yeah, that's probably an important fix. Echo fixed a bug that occurred when Echo copied Sigma's kinetic grasp. Would not grow when Oh, okay. It wouldn't cause it to grow when taking... Okay, I had to think about that for a minute. Makes sense. Ilari fixed a bug where Sunstruck effect wouldn't detonate if the damage threshold was reached in the last 0.6 seconds of the effect. That sounds important. Mercy fixed an issue that... Oh, okay, here we go. Maybe... Fixed an issue that reduced Guardian Angel's effective duration by canceling the ability while simultaneously pressing crouch or jump. And fixed an issue that forced Mercy to reload if Valkyrie was activated during the reload animation. That's funny. I never noticed that bug, but I guess some people might be complaining about it. But other than that, let's check on the one thing with Sojourn, because that one is still kind of making no sense to me. If she is permanently, like, maybe the decay doesn't go down. Okay, so we started.
We're in this together.
And then
all of us. Kill confirmed.
A moment to decay. Stay stuck at 25. Okay. So what was confusing me is that it sounded like the decay would mean that it would always be at a consistent 25 no matter what, but what I'm guessing is that it allows you to have something in the barrel for the next team fight if there's a large, sizable gap between team fights. So this would give you a means of, hey, you know, you got someone coming, bam, hold it up, you take on a
enhanced accuracy.
Kind of like a
I'm on fire!
Another method. So, okay, that makes sense. Right, so with that being said, overall, my opinions are pretty positive. I think I like these changes. The only exceptions to the rule that I would say against, like, Malga, absolutely good. He was very oppressive, but I haven't been having personal issues with him, but I can understand he's been causing a lot of people some issues in different areas. Arissa did not need any of these buffs. I don't know why they gave it to her, and I don't want to hear anything about, oh, the lower levels are having trouble. She's one of the easiest heroes, and she's a wall, bro. Don't tell me she was having trouble in the lower ranks. I'm playing in the mid ranks. She's doing quite good, thank you very much. Roadhog. Why? It's not negative, but it's not positive either. Sojourn. Overall good change. It didn't increase it didn't increase too much in her kit, but it's a good quality of life change. Same thing with Sombra. I like those. It should actually make her easier to contest against on the enemy side without taking away her viability from her kit. So Anna, I don't see a problem with it. But again, I see where people are going with, like, why are they constantly nerfing her? But you know what? We'll just wait and see. If the biotic grenade still needs that 0.5 seconds, I'm sure they'll put it back. But let's just move on. Alari, good quality of life changes, and I like it. And then Life Weaver, I don't really know what they're doing with this guy anymore. I just think that if they're that lost with him, they should just remove him. But what do I know? Don't care. Bug fixes are all good. Yeah. So before I go, I guess the only other thing to really cover is that I am going to be starting to do some VOD reviews. I'm already getting some VOD codes from some of my friends over on Discord. Yes, keyboard's off. So I'm getting some VOD reviews, and I'll hopefully be putting that out. Again, I've just been working, so I'm a little bit tired, and I'm again about to go get ready for another shift. So be on the lookout for that. And with that being said, I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Have a good one, everybody.